Hi guys, it's Amy and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I do appreciate your time. I just like to chit chat with my friends about crochet and yarn adventures in my life, so I hope you enjoy your time with me. Today I've got a yarn haul at what I think is the best yarn shop on earth. My very own, I call it my personal yarn shop, Seven Sisters. And I had a wonderful visit. It's been a little while since I've been there, and Kate is one of the employees who always remembers me. I just love her to death. And Jane was working this time as well. She's always very nice. I know I've seen her before, I just don't remember how many times. So I went with the intentions of not buying anything. I even told her, I walked in the door and I said, I'm just here for some osmosis. I'm not going to buy anything. And she's like, all right, no problem. You know, whatever. She was busy doing some inventory or something, some computer stuff. So I just walked around, and I'll be inserting some pictures here and sharing with you what the little rooms of their yarn shop look like. Now the place has really grown since it started out. It was just this front room, and since then they've got the back room opened up to have more yarn inventory to purchase and look at and squish on and love. And so I truly went in without the intentions of buying anything, and I did my rounds as I was chit-chatting with Jane the whole time. And I got around to the first thing that I picked up that started this rabbit hole for me today, or for this shopping trip. Of course, you know me and loving my Leading Men Fiber Arts. Their yarn is just so fantastic, and although Seven Sisters has quite a bit of other product there, I really find myself continuously drawn back to the Leading Men Fiber Arts. So this happened to be, not only is it a giant skein hank, but it is of a yarn that I had never heard of before. So most of us are used to superwash merino. We know merino wool, and this is what it looks like, the sheep that it comes from. This is the merino wool. But this was called, and I'm not going to say it right, I looked up. It doesn't look at all spelling like the sounding, like the way you pronounce it. This is called Superwash Blue-Faced Leicester. I hope that's right. But look how cute this little sheep is, and it's a different yarn. It's a different product. I had never heard of it before. So this one happens to be fingering weight, and it's 657 yards. And whereas, you know, most fingering hanks are in the neighborhood of 400 yards or so. But look at how gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This colorway is called Starting Point. And the thing I really like about Leading Men Fiber Arts yarn is that you could go to their website and check out all their colorways that they've got in existence, and click on it to see. First, you'll see a little square of what the colorway would look like knitted. And then you can, click on that knitted photo and see how they sell that colorway. So some of them might just be in little minis, which is this guy. This guy is Chante You Stay, and this is only 20 grams, 92 yards. One of their little minis that I've got caked up. And so, yeah, I saw this yarn and I was struggling with the way you say the name. I'll put it in right here. Here's all the goodies, all the information about it. And so I thought, you know what, I've got to have that. And then I went to their website and tried to look at different colorways, maybe to go with it, that was in the same Leicester, Superwash Blue-Faced Leicester. And so they've got some great greens, but nothing that really went with this sort of, it's kind of a neon, but not nearly as yellowy as the neon like you see it up here. So it's a really deep green. It's a really, really deep green. And then those gorgeous rust colors, I think that's what really drew my attention to it. So, and then there's some blackish, grayish color down in here. So they do make a gray in the soliloquy. So I think I might have to buy that one just to have something to go with this. This is a whole lot of color all by itself. And you can see that in the little square, but once you make a shawl or something else out of it, it totally changes the way that it could look. It could change the way that it looks. So this was how my day started. I sincerely did not plan to buy anything. Because don't we all do that? You know, this year I'm going to resolve to only work from my stash. I'm not buying anything more unless it's for specifically a commissioned item, blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't commission my items, so that opportunity is out of the works. I told myself that same thing. I'm not going to buy any more yarn except for, and I allow myself, Fiberfest and my birthday run out to Rolla, and anything else that's like a special trip that develops in, you know, in an organic way. I'm not going to set out to make special trips out to weird or, you know, far away yarn shops just for the excuse of buying more yarn. But so I make this resolve to not buy any more yarn, and then on the very first available day, you know, the New Year's Day is a holiday, and then we go back to work on the next day. And normally I'm in the office on Mondays, which Seven Sisters is closed on Mondays. So Tuesday was the perfect opportunity for me to go in and, again, just walk around. I just wanted to be in the vibe, you know, and enjoy my time walking around looking at the yarn. So anyway, so this was the first one that I bought. And yes, it was $38, but for 657 yards, it's quite a bit. And, you know, again, I haven't worked with it before. The explanation for the difference between superwash merino wool and this Leicester is that this one has longer strands and there's kind of a sheen to it, whereas the merino is a little bit softer, but this should be sturdier. So I'm going to enjoy that, and it will fit perfectly within my, because you know, I have a Lady Men Fiber Arts kind of progression. I have some fingering, and then I have some sport, and then I didn't have any DK. So, you know, I had to get some today. And then I've got my 4-weight, and now this will have to come down here because it's so big and gorgeous. I have to show you again. Look how awesome. So you can click on them and find little minis or even full skeins in different colorways when you travel through their website. Okay, so the next one, I was holding these two plus a third, and I don't have anything to show you how pink it was, but I don't think that it went very well. But this is, I like to let you in on where my eye sees. This is what I was holding. And so I absolutely love it. This one here is called Bloodshot, and there were some that were quite a bit more purple. I liked how lighter purpley this one was in relation to matching with this one. This one is called upside down. It is called Sunset Highway. So this one's got some beautiful pinks and sort of like yellow catches in it. See that? Look how nice. I had found some yarn on my birthday trip to Rolla last year that was very similar to this. It was called Queen. The colorway was called Queen, and I thought perfect for my birthday. Look at how similar they are. And you've got all the, I don't know if you can see it any, there's a little bit of the yellows right here. Oh, dogs are outside. Let me go let them in. So I thought that was kind of funny how both, you know, these are two different makers. This one is from Aesthetic Yarns, and this is my Lady Men Fiber Arts yarn. But that they're both sort of pinkish, pink strands, maroon strands, whatever, and they both have kind of that yellow bit of yellowy in there. So I thought that was really funny. So this goes here. So to put these two together, now this is the DK weight, and it comes in 250 yards, and it is 100% superwash merino. And so thanks to this purchase, this shopping trip, I have one of each size of the Leading Men Fiber Arts yarns and the giant soliloquy in the fingering weight. So that could have been enough of a trip right there. And like I said, there was another pink that maybe could have gone with this, but went more pink than I wanted to go. I liked these two together. That's plenty. 500 yards. So, okay. So then I am finishing through the store, making one last, you know, run to make sure I picked up everything. I touched everything that I wanted to. I was there about an hour. And I saw this group of minis hanging on the wall here. Put the picture in. And this is from, the one that I decided to purchase is, I'll just show it to you first because it's magnificent. So orange, run, yellow, kind of a mix of those, and then a couple of blues and kind of a green. Like, look at how gorgeous that is together. Let me hold it like that. Look how gorgeous. Could you have passed that up? So this was $30. The company is called Knit Circus, and the colorway is Pacific Coast Highway. So if you know me, you know I'm from California, and we used to drive the Pacific Coast Highway. It's Highway 1. Anytime you wanted to go out and go along the beach, it was gorgeous drive. And so then in hindsight, you know, I've always got to have some weird connections with what I'm purchasing. This one was called Sunset Highway. So for me to purchase Pacific Coast Highway in the same shopping trip, no brainer, right? And so these are 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. There are 6 skeins, mini skeins at 20 grams, which are 92 yards each. So a lot of times we see that in, you know, a grouping that maybe just 5. So I enjoyed very much that this was 6. I feel like for $30, I got more than what I would normally have purchased in one hank of fingering weight. Is usually about $30 anyway. So I kind of got a mini for free, if you will. But yeah, I couldn't pass that up. You know, anybody who knows the beach gives you plenty of color at sunset time. So to see sunset on Pacific Coast Highway is one of the most amazing things ever. So I was quite happy with my little yarn haul here. And, you know, sometimes it goes a little while before I'm back in Seven Sisters shop, and I saw tons of things that were brand new to me. So that was very, very enjoyable trip. So if you live in the St. Louis area and you have not been by Seven Sisters yet, I highly recommend it. It is a wonderful little shop, and everybody in there has always been wonderful. And anytime I go in there, everybody has just treated me so well. So I guess that's all I've got for you in today's yarn haul video. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderfully blessed day, and please do come back and see me again. Thank you. Bye-bye. We got a little snow last night.